can hear it pick up speed there when it hits the really thick stuff. It does pretty good with the leaves. This is not with the mulching blade on. So, you know, if you're looking for even better, you can put the mulching blade on. I leave it off because I think it creates a little bit more lift without it. And so this is doing a really good job of just kind of sucking those leaves back up. It's not so much the size of the leaves or that there's too many of them. It mulches just fine, so it doesn't really need a mulching blade. It needs to be able to lift them and suction them back up out of the grass so that it chops them up real fine. You can see, I mean, it's getting a little dark out, so we won't see it perfectly, but by the time we're done here, you know, that pile, which was pretty dry, I mean, those leaves were very dry, so, you know, dry leaves can essentially get turned into dust if you have the right mulching system. And it looks like that's about how it'll end here. You'll barely be able to tell when you step back and look at the yard as a whole that there's ever a pile here. If I step back, you can see, I mean, you can still see a little bit of brown, you know, sort of discoloration right there where the leaves were versus the rest of the yard. But, you know, overall, in a week, you'll never know there's a pile of leaves there. It's funny, you know, a lot of people bag up their leaves, and it doesn't make any sense. If you've got a decently healthy yard, a good yard will absorb a lot of leaves if they're mulched up correctly. And so, as you can see here, there's gonna be a little bit of a pile left there, but he hasn't made passes over that. I think he can make another couple passes and that little spot would pretty much disappear. So, pretty good overall. I would definitely encourage the Ego for leaf mulching. Has an added benefit of not catching fire. When I was growing up, we had a lawnmower that we mulched a bunch of leaves with, and leaf dust is highly flammable. It gets stuck on a muffler. Before long, you end up burning your entire tractor down, which is what we did growing up. So don't do that. Buy an electric mower. They're great.